Okay, this is part 8 of the 1968 Shelby Cobra KR500 car that I'm building. I haven't really done anything for over 2 months or more. So without any other comments, I'm just gonna start in it. So I've been working on the 429 Cobra Jet, or actually just a 429 to Thunder Jet out of the 68 Thunderbird that I had. And it's basically totally rebuilt. I didn't pull the heads off. I mean, I ran the car. It's got fairly low miles on it, so I ran it when I bought the car, and it ran great. And it, it just needed points, wires, all the stuff that went along with it. So I went ahead and I put a new water pump on it. I put a new oil pump in it. I put new timing chain. I also had to replace the distributor. I could not get the distributor out of the engine block. It was frozen in there, so I basically had to destroy it to get it out. So I had to buy a aftermarket, well, not an aftermarket, a reman Cardo distributor to replace it. I pulled the pan, I cleaned the pan, I put a new rear main seal in it. And I got a new oil filter on it. I also put new guide valve seats in it. The lifters look good. They're hydraulic. Nothing was bent. The engine mounts are good. And I put a new fuel pump on it, new spark plugs. When I did an oil pressure test, it was leaking from the gauge, so I had to replace the gauge. The carburetor's still out for rebuild. The guy told me it should be available in about another 2-3 weeks, so I'm not holding my breath on that. I put these valve covers on it and cleaned them up. Probably will not use those ultimately. I might just to get the car running and everything, but for right now I'm just using those because the valve covers I need are actually about $400. So the harmonic balancer also has the timing marks on it, and I could not read the timing marks, so I took a hacksaw blade and I went in and I marked that's 10 degrees below top dead center, that's top dead center, 10, 20, and 30 above. So I went ahead and actually had to mark those, and currently it's on top dead center in the right, so it's in the distributors on it. I was gonna put the choke heater block off cover on that and go to electronic choke, but here again, this thing was in such good shape and it's original to the car. I figured I would start with that. I'm sure I could probably sell that if I needed to and get some money back for it. It's got just conventional points in it right now, and it's got new oil in it. It's been pumped up. Lifters, everything. The lifters are pumping oil through it, and its oil's coming through onto the rockers. All the rockers were clean. This engine was extremely clean when I pulled the covers off. There was it was dirty oil in there, but it was not all built up and what you think of when you think of an old engine that has not been maintained. This thing was really maintained quite well. The timing chain, it was showing its age. It was loose and it needed to be replaced. The water pump was in good shape, but here again, I replaced it just because you're there, and this thing's probably going to be difficult to get in the car, and I didn't want to be messing with a lot of stuff, trying to get it stuffed into the car with the current condition that it is. So I replaced everything new as possible. It's got all new gaskets, intake manifold gasket, pan gasket, rocker cover gaskets. Everything's new, and the only thing I didn't touch, as I said, I didn't pull the heads off. And the cylinders, they had great compression in it, so I'm not going there. And we're going to see what's going to happen with it, but it should run fine. I mean, like, I'm not going to be racing this thing or anything. This is basically just going to be a cruiser for me. And I just wanted to make sure that I had the best I could get for a reasonable price. I mean, I could have spent, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to have somebody rebuild it, and I just didn't see the value in that. It's also got a new thermostat. It's got one of those thermostats that if it fails open. The coil is original to it. So the only thing on this right now that the casting numbers don't match is the water pump. And the timing cover, the timing cover, when I took it apart, there was no cover that covers the water pump to the timing chain cover, which was, somebody had replaced it, but they did not replace the back cover, so it was probably overheating. That may have been one of the reasons why they couldn't figure out what was wrong with it.